All right. Hi, everybody. My name is David, and I love wrestling. But there's some problems with wrestling that I just want to get off my chest here. And I'm talking about WWE Raw. Well, WWE overall. I don't watch TNA and OVA and whatever the fuck else is out there. Um, Nobody wants to see all these fucking triple threat matches and these six-man tag team matches. Okay? That shit is getting played out. How many fucking matches can you put the Big Show and Kane in? Okay? How many teams how many people can you team up with Roman Reigns? Alright, you have fucking Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, Ryback, and Roman Reigns, motherfucking John Cena and Daniel Bryan, fucking Roman Reigns and fucking Luke Harper and Dolph Ziggler. I mean, what the fuck? No more triple threat or six-man tag team matches, please. That shit is getting played out, okay? Especially when the Big Show can't even take the proper bump anymore. You know what I'm saying? Seeing him just getting in and out the ring is painful. So imagine seeing what him taking a DDT looks like. All right, just get the Big Show out the picture, get Kane out of the picture, and I just joined Cage Side Seats. I think the website is SB Nation, and they had a rumor about um, the next whatever you want to call it segment or with whatever with Roman Reigns is going to be him versus the Big Show. Okay, nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see that. What I would rather see is Roman Reigns versus Rusev. You know, Rusev had the best fucking entrance that I've ever seen at WrestleMania 31. Okay, that was the best fucking entrance I've ever seen. Okay, he lost to John Cena, but he's still fucking Rusev. Technically, he's only been pinned one time, at least on TV, or at least on TV that I've seen. I would rather have him fight Roman Reigns than have fucking John Cena versus John Cena versus Rusev 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, goddamn, who wants to see that shit? Or give Roman Reigns versus Bray Wyatt. I seen them fight in a dark match when they came here to Atlanta a couple months ago, and it was a pretty good match. Put the budding superstars against each other, but don't let Big Show job out to motherfucking Roman Reigns. And no, please, no more damn six-man tag team matches. I mean, that's just getting so played out. The Raw after WrestleMania was such a good Raw. You had Brock Lesnar going crazy. You had Daniel Bryan doing his thing versus Dolph Ziggler. But then you end the night with a six-man tag team match with the same people. Okay, if you just won the WWE Heavyweight Championship like Seth Rollins did, why are you fighting in a six-man tag team match again, or well, with the Big Show and Kane on your side? No, nobody wants to see that. Please, God, nobody wants to see that. All right. In the tag team division is pretty cool. I like what they're doing with the New Day. I honestly do think that New Day does fucking suck. So I like the direction they're going in. I was one of the fans who wanted to see the Nation of Domination 2.0, but I guess it didn't go that way. But Big E Langston cannot do the whole church gospel Baptist preacher thing. I want to turn the channel or fucking throw up or shoot myself in the head every time I start to hear him go that way. Okay. He tried that one time when he was going against Rusev, and it was just horrible. Okay, that's not Big E's thing. Big E, to me, he was more dominant when he was a quiet man, when he was a heavy for Dolph Ziggler. Before he fucking opened his mouth, he was just this big, black, African-looking motherfucker with muscles, and he would fuck people up. That's all I want to see Big E do, is fuck shit up. I don't want to hear him talk. I don't want to hear him clap. He has a big, dominant physique. Let him just be the quiet dude on the New Day who fucks people up, okay? Um, Xavier Woods, you really never caught on. I would like to see you guys as bad guys. I really don't think that Kofi Kingston needs a gimmick because he's pretty good on his own. But I have to agree with the primetime players. Your chest is fucked up, dog. You gotta do some bench presses or something because you got some shit going on up in here that nobody wants to fucking see. Um, the Usos, I guess one of the Usos, I don't know which one, they have a messed up shoulder, but they've pretty much they've been dominant for long enough. So seeing Cesaro and Tyson Kidd hold the tag team championships, it really doesn't bother me at all. But I really do think that the WWE dropped the ball with Cesaro. He could have been so much more. I mean, you could have had these fucking international dudes forming an alliance. You could have had Sheamus, Wade Barrett, and Cesaro formed some type of fucking European alliance. I mean, it worked back in the 90s with the Un-Americans, with Test and Edge and Lance Storm and Christian and all that shit. I don't think Edge was really a part of it, but damn, you could have did so much with Cesaro, but you put him as a fucking tag team champion, you know? Look at the prestige that John Cena has brought back to the United States Championship. Well, to me, it hasn't been brought back all the way yet, but Cesaro held the tag team championship. Who else? Sheamus held the tag team championship, or not? Championship. We didn't do nothing with it. You know what I'm saying? So I really feel like y'all dropped the ball with Cesaro, and when he did have that his time on the mic, he pretty much fucked up when he said people walking in between. Well, he's better than anybody who walks in between these four rings. You know, when there's obviously, or I'm sorry, not four rings, but four ropes. I'm trying to talk about him, his mic skills, nigga mine. But he said that he didn't connect with the WWE fans. He connects to me. You just have to give him more time on the mic. Let these dudes talk. You know what I'm saying? Instead of letting the authority fucking open up every show, let these dudes talk. What I would love to see on SmackDown, instead of opening every show with Daniel Bryan, let these other dudes talk. I loved on Raw a couple months ago when you guys gave the mic to Ryback. Let these guys talk and let them tell their stories. Everybody doesn't have the internet. So everybody doesn't have the chance to join the WWE network or go on WWE.com to see the behind the scenes footage of Ryback or Stardust, Cody Rhodes, whatever you want to call him, Cesaro. They don't get to see these storylines. So let these guys talk on SmackDown. SmackDown is the number 2 program for the WWE, and it doesn't draw as big of an audience as Raw does. But the audience that it does draw, you need to let these guys talk. Instead of on Raw, on Raw we get to see the authority talk for fucking hours. We get to see storylines, behind the scenes footage, like when Authority wasn't there over this weekend or this Monday, and Kane made the battle royal for the women's battle royal for the #1 contender for the women's championship. We get to see the Authority all the time on Raw, but who do we get to see on SmackDown talk? Okay, nothing against Kane at all, but I mean we don't need to see Kane as a in his director of operations role just sit there and talk. Okay, I'd rather hear Ryback talk or Dolph Ziggler talk, or I've had enough of Daniel Bryan on the mic. But R-Truth did a pretty good job on commentary when he was going for the IC championship before WrestleMania. Give these other guys a chance to say something. You know what I'm saying? But hearing the Authority talk on Raw and then just hearing nobody talk on SmackDown, pretty much, it sucks for me as a fan, at least. You know what I'm saying? Rusev and Lana, they do a damn good job of talking on Raw. I'd like to see more of them on SmackDown. I would love to have a fucking match with Rusev myself. You know what I'm saying? And you see my little Purple Heart Award right there, you know what I'm saying? And I got this shit on my arm, if y'all can see, I'm a Purple Heart veteran myself, I would love to have a fucking match with Rusev. You know what I'm saying? But I want to see I want to see more Rusev, honestly, because Lana is good on the mic, and when Rusev does try to talk, he's pretty good on the mic. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to see him. I don't want to see any more Rusev versus John Cena after Extreme Rules. I don't want to see that. I would rather see Rusev versus Roman Reigns, or put um, Bray Wyatt in a program with Roman Reigns. And I like the way that Bray Wyatt lost to Undertaker at WrestleMania, but he's still considered the new face of fear. For me, honestly, that match that he had with the Undertaker didn't do anything for either one of those guys. Um, I would have liked to see Undertaker appear on TV at least one time before or after WrestleMania, because it kind of builds up his mystique. You know, you wanted to see him so bad. And I know at what was that new Fastlane, when that Undertaker music hit, but it was Bray Wyatt in the casket. Everybody thought, oh shit, the Undertaker's coming back, and you kind of let the internet rumors. You kind of prove that they're true. That we were only going to see Undertaker on WrestleMania and then not see him again for another year. Now, WrestleMania 32, the big rumor is going to be Undertaker versus Sting. So does that mean that Sting has to build this match with Undertaker for the next year without the Undertaker not being around at all? I mean, mm, who knows? You know what I'm saying? I really wasn't the biggest fan of the Undertaker losing to Brock Lesnar last year at WrestleMania in New Orleans, because to me, Brock Lesnar, he's a beast without that win, and he's a beast with that win. So really, you can't say that it elevated Brock Lesnar's career, because I just watched Unforgiven from the year 2002 on the WWE Network, and you know he was giving it to Undertaker way back then. And I don't know what year it was, but look at the Brock Lesnar match that he had with the Undertaker in Hell in a Cell when when Undertaker had the cast on his hand. He was beating Undertaker ass a long time ago. So what did it really do for him to beat up an old Undertaker? You can't say he was putting him over, because Brock Lesnar, he was over since fucking 2002. Since at the time when he beat The Rock, he became the fucking youngest WWE champion before Randy Orton did it at the age of 24. So to me, it really didn't do anything for either one of those guys. I didn't really want to see a old Undertaker, and Undertaker did look old at WrestleMania 30. But at WrestleMania 31, I think that he was fighting a safer opponent in Bray Wyatt, and I loved the match. I loved it. I was one of those guys who, you know, they had a WrestleMania moment when Bray Wyatt did the crawl on his hands and his feet thing, and Undertaker did his, you know, sit up thing. I loved every minute of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to see Sting, if you do make it happen, I don't want to see Sting try to build this match for a whole year by himself. You know what I'm saying? That's what I don't want to see. Uh, what else? What else? What else? The women's division, the rumor on the internet is that Naomi's going to take the championship. Um, I don't have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a big fan of the Bellas. I don't even know which one. I don't even know the name. I know Brie Bella, and you know, I don't know the other one's name off the top of my head, but she's doing an all right job as a champion. But with with AJ Lee retiring, you guys are gonna need a more charismatic female to come and take the role of AJ Lee. I would love to see what Charlotte Flair can do if y'all bring her up from NXT. I'm a big fan of Bayley as well. And Sasha Banks, the boss on NXT. I do watch NXT for those of you who don't know. It's some pretty good women's wrestling on there. Um, I think that Charlotte can bring some charisma back to the women's division. You know, somebody needs to fill the gap that AJ Lee is going to leave in the women's division. Paige can only hold it for so long, but I think that if you bring up Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Charlotte Flair, you guys will have some pretty good competition in the women's division. Um, let's see. As far as the intercontinental championship goes, I don't have a problem with Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan. I honestly don't have a problem watching Sheamus whoop Daniel Bryan's ass day in and day out. I'm a Daniel Bryan fan. I do the whole yes thing, but I don't have a problem with seeing him get beat up. It may sound wrong, but hey, it is what it is. Anyways, this video is almost 15 minutes long now. I just want to get my thoughts on there. You know what I'm saying? Uh, love me some wrestling. It's April 12th. We'll see what Raw holds tomorrow night, and I'll make another blog tomorrow after Raw goes off. Um, that's pretty much it, man. Let me know what you guys think. If you agree with me, if you disagree with me, whatever. Let me know.